Hello students, today we are going to start a new topic, that is network security concepts. This is for class 12, chapter 11, Computer Science. This is prepared and developed by Frau, PGT Computer Science, JNV Kokrajhar, Assam.
Hi.
Now, introduction. This chapter is continued with the previous topic, that is computer network. And we know that computer network is developed for different purposes. And the major purpose of computer network is to share resources, either files or data or printer or scanner. These things can be shared using network. Okay, and other purposes are messaging and collaboration of data. Network is used for sharing, messaging, collaboration of data. We know network is used for several work. However, more and more network is used. Whenever we use more and more network for these purposes like sharing, messaging, collaboration, we are more prone to different type of security and safety, insecurity and safety of different data. The lesser in the security of data, either in terms, say for example, we may attack by viruses or hacking by some other hackers or some other type of cyber attacks. These can happen to our data if we are using more and more network, computer networks or these type of networks. So there must be a provision to prevent the network from these malicious and or all unethical practices. Various strategies and choices are available that work as building blocks of network security. So to prevent these attacks, these hacking, these viruses, cyber attacks, unethical or malicious purposes, so many strategies, so many techniques, so many solutions are there, available there, and those strategies and choices are the building blocks of network security. For example, password authentication. Password authentication. We can secure our account using password. Whenever we enter the correct password, then only we can access the account or the system. Digital signature is there. So many latest technologies are there like challenge, handshake authentication protocol, etc. Biometric sensors are there. So many things are there. So this chapter deals with these security techniques, security features which we can add in our network. Let's see what are those things. Threats and prevention. The types of threats and prevention is there. Some of the threats are, what are the threats? Viruses can attack our computer. Worms may be there. Trojan Horse is a special type of virus which can attack our computer. Spams is another type of malicious techniques. These are the popular threats which can attack our computer. Each threat have different prevention techniques. So threats are different, so its solution, its prevention technique is also different. One by one we are going to discuss. First we will discuss viruses. What are viruses? Viruses are small programs that are written intentionally to damage the data and files on the system. What it does, viruses, is first of all, it is a small program, it is a software, a small software, and it can damage the data and files on the system. These programs are spread from one computer system to another, which interrupts the normal functioning of a computer. It means that these programs, these viruses, can copy themselves from one system to another system. In a network, hundreds, thousands of systems are connected with one another. Okay, if a virus is there, then these viruses are replicated and copied to all the systems, and it interrupts the normal functioning of a computer. Viruses can attack any part of computer software. Okay, it can attack software and the software stops working, such as boot block. Boot block means a computer hard disk or the computer memory is having a boot sector. If that is affected, then the whole software, even the operating system, get corrupted and the computer will not start properly. Okay, operating system can be attacked, system areas, system softwares can be attacked, so some of the functions may not work. Okay, these may be possibility. Files and application programs or macros even attacked, and these stops working. Viruses are most easily spread with email attachments. So if we are getting any email and that email is having attachment and that attachment is a program, then we must be aware and attention there that we should not click or download those programs on files unless the program or files is sent through a trusted sender. Okay, see, next, there are so many types of viruses. Some of the viruses are file infector viruses. These viruses, these viruses attach themselves to a program file. Okay, a software is already installed, then file infector virus will, what it does, it will attach with a popular software, and as and when we start that software, or when and when we will start those softwares, it will affect our computer, other parts of the computer or softwares. Then boot sector viruses that install themselves in boot sector of the hard drive. Hard drive means the memory of the computer. Okay, in the memory there is a boot sector, the most sensitive portion of the disk, where details of files are stored. So that part, if get affected by the virus, then whole system, whole files will get corrupted. Even the operating system get corrupted. Macro viruses, they infect data files and corrupt the data. Okay, some Word file, Excel file, or some other files are there. Okay, those files, when you open, you will not display it properly. These may be the cause of macro viruses. Okay, it stops properly reading of that files. Now, how can we know that computer is having a virus? Actually, what happens, some file, if we downloaded a file and that file is not opening, then it may not be attacked by viruses. Okay, there may be possibility that file is not properly downloaded, but these are the characteristics which we can know that virus is attacked in our computer or not. What are the characteristics? First characteristic is that speed of the computer becomes slower than normal. Whatever the normal functioning of your system, you better know, then it becomes slower than that normal speed of the computer. Now, second one is that computer system frequently hangs up, means it will hang up, stops at a place, and no keyboard, mouse will not work properly. Okay, even it will take no responses. Okay. This may be the characters. This is the characteristics of virus, that virus is attacked. Computer restarts automatically after few minutes. It may possible that computer restart without ever clicking on the restart button automatically. Then it means that virus is attacked. Virus application or computer do not function properly. Okay. Some softwares and some of the functions of that software may not work properly. It means virus is attacked. Dialog boxes, menus, and other error messages windows are distorted. Okay, some dialog box may not be displayed properly. Menus will not be displaying properly after clicking many times. Error messages may display again and again. These are the characteristic virus that your computer is attacked with virus. So be aware. And then what are the damages caused by viruses? These are the systems, these are the symptoms, these are the characteristics of virus, and then what the damages may cause the virus. First damage it can cause that they corrupt the file allocation table. Okay, file allocation table is available in the boot sector of a drive of a memory, and then it contains the details of files, that what is the name of the file, where file is created in memory, and date, event date, time, and size of the file is recorded in file allocation table. If that is corrupted, then whole system will not work, and even the operating system is not able to start properly, which result in corrupting the entire file system. Now, replication of files occurs that decreases space of hard disk. Replication of files means if a file is created, that file become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, like this, it replicates, it copies itself. Then these are the causes, and in what it does, the space of your hard disk becomes less, or out of space may be displayed on your screen. They can destroy system programs and files. System programs are very important programs which may be destroyed by viruses, and then system will not work properly. They can cause destruction of specific executable files and alteration in data files, resulting in a reinstallation of the system. Sometimes what happened, executable files, the files of software may get corrupted, and what happened, that particular software or even the operating system may not start properly, may not work properly. Okay, then only the solution is the reinstallation of the system will occur. Then what happened, each and every settings, each and every downloaded updates may get hampered, okay, get stuck, and reinstalling the system means you have to install the system again, and each and every part of the system you have to again download, again install, again. Those things may have happen. Even the files may get lost. Okay, so be aware of those files. They can format a specific track on the disk or format the entire disk. It may also possible that they can format specific tracks on the disk or format the entire. Even the formatting means deleting or erasing of the files. This may happen. Okay, now we are going to learn prevention from viruses. As we know that what are the characteristics of viruses and what damages can be done by viruses. Now let us know how we can prevent from these viruses. First and most suitable solution is that use antivirus software to permanently remove viruses. Next one, always scan pen drives and other secondary storage media in order to detect viruses and safeguard your system. Okay, frequently we use pen drives, other media, secondary storage devices like external hard disk or CDs, DVDs. Okay, before opening any file, before installing any software, we must scan the whole disk, whole pen drive, that it is containing viruses or not. Then we can safeguard our system. Next one is frequent update your computer system. Use original software, and these softwares are given with security updates, okay, updates, patches, and regularly update those patches. As we update our softwares or apps in our mobile, same settings is given for computers also. Okay, we must go to settings, and there you will find an update option, and from that update option you can update each and every files. each and every applications, each and every softwares, and even the operating system, and it will make your computer more secure and more safe from viruses and other type of attacks. Now come to worms. This is again, it is a kind of virus, but it is not a virus. Its names is worms. What is worm? See, a worm is a computer program. As a computer virus is also a computer program, same here, worms are also a computer program which can self-replicate and propagate over the network with or without human intervention. Means self-replicate means it will copies itself, and same nature is having with virus also. Virus also replicates themselves, copies themselves. In the similar way, worms also replicates and copies themselves. Here worms can replicate or propagate over the network with or without human interaction. Means automatically it can get replicated in your computer, and has malicious content. Malicious content means which can damage your computer. The characteristics of virus and worms are more or less same, but a worm causes more damage. Worm causes more damage. And how can we check, how can we determine that it is a worm attack or a virus attack, and what are the characteristics of worms? Let's see here. First and foremost work of worm is it replicates itself. It replicates means it copies itself. Wherever it will get, it will copies itself. From one worm it will come to 2 worms, and again 2 from 4, 4 from 8, 8 from 16. Okay, it get replicated, self copies, and it will capture the whole space of your computer. Unlike virus, worm does not require host and it is self-contained. Now second option is that viruses requires host, means it comes along with other type of files or other type of softwares, but worms are self-contained. It is itself a complete software and it need not any host, so it comes by itself. Okay, it spreads across network through email, instant messaging, or junk mails. Okay, it's instant messaging, even and from email attachments or junk mails, it comes from that. Worms are independent. Independent means it does not require host and it is independent. It copies itself and occupies the space memory of computer, even the primary memory and even the secondary memory, and it gives you less memory for working purposes. So many types of worms are there. Some worms are known as email worms. Email worms is spread through any email which contains any file attachment or link of any infected websites. Okay, so be careful that attachment comes from a trusted person or trusted email address, and whenever you are clicking any link, you must ensure that from where it is coming. It comes from different type unknown email addresses, then never click the link. Okay, and if you really wanted to open that link, then what is the link address is given, you just type yourself each and every letter on the web browser. Don't even click the link from unknown sources. Instant messaging worm. Worms spread through instant messaging across the network by sending mails and infected website. Instant messaging, say for example Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, okay, this type of messenger, MSN Messenger, from those you will get this type of worms. So be careful for opening any attachment or any link from instant messaging. Internet viral worms. The infected worm will use the contact list of the user's chat room profile or instant message program to send links to infected websites. They will send you Okay, from your contact list, from your email addresses list, these worms get to you. Okay. Okay, these are not as effective as email worms, as a recipient needs to accept the message and click on the link. So before clicking any link, you must be cautious. The users of the particular program are affected by it. Next one is file sharing network worms. These types of worms are downloading along with the required files downloaded by the user. Okay, some files we have downloaded then from unauthorized or unsecured or unsafe websites, and from there you get downloaded worms also. Now a user is not aware of this worm, and therefore when the user downloads any file, the worm will copy itself into a shared folder with an unassuming name. When another user on the network downloads the same file from the shared folder, the worm gets downloaded on their system also. In this way, the worm copies itself and repeats the process and causes harm. So be careful for the types of worms. Now, what damages a worm can do? A worm may corrupt the files on the host computer. Corrupt means the file will become unreadable. Okay, unopenable. That's okay, this is the cause of damage caused by the worm. Next one is it may affect communication between the host and other system. Communication means that suppose you are using instant messaging softwares like Messenger, okay, Facebook Messenger, Messenger, WhatsApp, then what happened? The communication between those systems will stops working. It may disable the antivirus on host, which will enable it to cause more damage. Sometimes some worms are as much capable that it can stops working of antivirus software also, and then you can imagine that how much damage it can do. Bulk email chaining can be created with an intention to guess email password. Okay, it can also guess your email password, and these passwords can be shared by the sender of the worms. And then what happened, you can imagine. A worm consumes too much system memory. Why it is consuming too much memory? Because it self-replicates, it copies itself. And then what happened, the network bandwidth becomes slow. Internet it becomes slow, your computer becomes slow, causing web servers, network servers, and individual computer to stop responding, and it will become as much slow that it stops responding. Okay, these are the damage done by worms. Now we are going to learn Trojan Horse. It's a special type of worm. See, a Trojan Horse is a kind of virus that looks safe but has hidden effects. It is a hidden code in a program, such as a game or a spreadsheet file, that can damage the system when running this application. Okay. Unlike viruses, Trojan do not replicate themselves. Now, viruses replicate themselves, but here Trojan Horse do not replicate itself. It do not make copies of itself. Okay, themselves, but they are destructive. But if any one Trojan Horse is installed in your computer, then downloaded in your computer, then it can do more damages than any virus or any worm. Trojans are executable programs. These are also independent programs, executable programs, which means that when a user runs any application or plays the games which are affected with Trojan Horse, then they work behind the application, okay, and can damage the system completely. It can damage the system completely if get executed. Then this is Trojan Horse. Okay. Now, how many types of Trojan Horse virus is there? remote access Trojan horse. First is remote access Trojan horse, data sending Trojans, destructive Trojans, proxy Trojans, FTP Trojans, and even denial of service attack Trojans. Okay. Now, so many types, and prevention is same, that you must install antivirus software, a good antivirus software. Second, you check your pen drives, external devices, whatever devices you are connecting, you must check it before using it. And so many other safety tips we have given you earlier, those can be applied to prevent accessing your computer from Trojan horse. Now come to spam. What is spam? Spam is an unwanted bulk mail which is sent by unauthorized or unidentified person in order to eat the entire disk space, or the space which email has given to you. Those spaces will be eaten. Eaten means memory will be reduced. Okay, now it comes with email. Spam is a bulk email. Okay, unwanted emails which comes in our account, email account, those are known as spam. Generally it is in the form of pampering the user with various discount schemes. Okay, so many mails will come for discount schemes, commercial advertisement, often for dubious products, get rich quick schemes like this lottery or some other type of emails will come to you, and those are known as spam. Mobile phone spam is a form of spamming that uses text message service of mobile phones. Okay, mobile phone spam is also there. It will spam you from text messages, SMS messages. Okay, so many unwanted SMS comes in our phone also, and those are also known as mobile phone spam. Okay, and it will bother us, or it will eats up our memory, and this will happen. So many messages. Spams can be avoided by using email filtering or spam traps, etc. So many methods are there to avoid these things. Email filtering is there, spamming is there. Suppose you want to you want to add email filtering in your email account, then what you have to do, you have to select all the emails, and then you will find an option, recognize that spam option will you find. Okay, this is spam, like this menu button is there. This is just tick on, select the mails which you feel that these are spam, and then click on that button which where is written that this is spam. Then what happened, these email addresses will be stored in spam filters, and next time if any mail comes from that sender, then it will be blocked and it won't be displayed, won't be downloaded, won't be included in your email account. And this way you can filter your emails. Okay, next one is cookies. Cookies, what is cookies? These are not the cookies like biscuits or something. These are computer cookies. And what is this? See, a cookie is also known as HTTP cookie, web cookie, internet cookie, browser cookie. Okay, so many things you will heard about cookie, but all are same. Okay, what is this? When the user browses any website, a cookie identifies users and prepares web pages. What it does? A cookie identifies users and prepares web pages for them, which are then sent to the web server for later use. Actually, what happened, when you suppose you have browsed any website, and then this website will collect some information from your computer, and those information will be stored in your computer itself as a text file. And those text file, next time when you browse the same website again, they will know about you, that which pages, which things you have visited, and accordingly they will show you the details, show you that pages, or jump to that page automatically. Cookies are basically the messages which are stored by the website on the user's hard disk. User's hard disk means our hard disk, our computer hard disk. Whenever they visit any website, the information is stored in the form of the name value pair. Okay, name value pair means name of the website it will take and some value they will add. Generally, the cookie folder is stored in the Windows cookie. You will find all the cookies stored in this folder. Just open the my computer and in C drive you go to Windows and then cookies. All the cookies which is created in your computer will be find there. Now come to working of cookies. The user enters the name of website on browser. See how cookies are created and how it works. See, suppose a website is opened, okay, name is entered in the browser. Then the browser contacts the DNS, domain name system server, to convert the domain name into IP address. The browser looks for the cookie on the hard disk, and okay, this browser then looks for the cookie on the hard disk. See, if the IP address is used to contact the corresponding server along with cookie data, then what happened? The IP address is used to contact the corresponding server along the data, cookie data. Suppose you have visited earlier also same website, then the browser collects information from the cookie is already created in your computer, then those information will be shared with the server of that website. Okay, if no cookie data is supplied, suppose you have visiting or opening the website for the first time, then what happened? If no that it means that no cookie will be available for that website in your computer. Then what happened? If no cookie data is supplied, then the website comes to know that the user is visiting the website for the first time. Okay, that in that way they will know that you are visiting the website for the first time if no cookie is found in your hard disk. Then the server creates an ID of a person which is then stored by cookie on the hard disk. Then only it will create ID of the person. Okay, name is created in the name of website also in your computer, and this way a cookie is created in your computer. Firewall. Understand firewall. Firewall is a system that is designed to protect the network from illegal use by an unauthorized person. Okay. It safeguards our computer from unauthorized person from hacking our computer. Firewall is very much useful. Okay. It protects network from illegal use by an unauthorized person. Illegal use means hacking, copying of the files, or downloading some software. Okay, these things can be checked with the use of firewall. By default, it is always on by our operating system, and it comes with the operating system. Suppose you want more robust firewall software, then some additional softwares are also available. You can install in your computer and protect your computer. Okay, it is basically a software that protects the private network from unauthorized user access. What it does, how it protects us from illegal use by an unauthorized person. The firewall filters the information coming from the internet to the network or a computer to protect the system. It filters, okay, based on some algorithms. Okay, the firewall softwares contain some system which helps them to filter which is authentic or which is not authentic. Accordingly, they filters the information coming from the internet and double check that system that it is safe for using or downloading the software or not. Then firewall exists both as a software solution and as a hardware application. Okay, some firewalls are also hardware application. Application means like a router or like transponder. Okay, it is also a hardware component. As a hardware component, it is also available, and if our networks are needed to be protected, okay, more protected from unauthorized access, then we can purchase those applications, those solutions, and we can install in our computer in the form of hardware firewalls such as router. Okay, router also works as firewall. It protects the network, and in terms of software firewall, it helps in preventing the spread of virus. Firewall also prevent us from spreading of virus from one computer to another. Okay, these checks can be done with the help of firewall. Understood? Next, firewall protects user. Firewall protects the user from the following. Okay, what protection it done? Firewall does for us. See, remote login by unauthorized user to gain access to the system. Remote login. Okay, remotely person can access our system remotely, from far area, far countries or far places. Okay, anyone can access our computer if firewall is not there. Remote login by unauthorized user to gain access to the system. Next, application backdoors. SMTP says session hijacking okay, can be done. Application backdoors means if application is installed, through that application, if you are downloading an application, then through that application they can add viruses or worms and installs in your computer. Some spy software they can install in your computer, and these can be protected by firewall. Email bombs mean spam email. Okay, lots of email spamming can be done with the help of firewall. Viruses on macros can be downloaded, okay, if firewall is not available. Spam and junk mails can be protected with the help of firewall. Okay, see, these can be done, it can be protected from firewall. Now, methods used by firewall. A firewall can use various methods for filtering the information. What are those? Packet filtering, proxy service. What are the methods used by firewall? So many methods are there. Packet filtering means each and every data they can filter. Outgoing and incoming form of packets is filtered. Proxy serving. The proxy server intercepts all messages entering, leaving the network, and it effectively hides the true network addresses. Okay, true network addresses can be hidden with the help of proxy services. IP address blocking. If data is coming from a network or website that contains some unwanted data, then the data from the IP address or domain name is blocked by the firewall. It can be done. Protocol blocking. Firewall can be set up to disallow a particular protocol service to a particular user or group of users. Application gateway. It applies security mechanism to a specific application such as FTP, telnet services. Circuit level gateway. It applies security mechanism when a TCP or UDP connection is established. TCP, transmission control protocol, and UDP connection is established. If then they can provide you security mechanism. Port blocking can be done with the help of firewall, and through this method they can filter the unauthorized person. The firewall can be used to block a particular block. Generally HTTP and FTP services use port 80 and port 21. Okay, from those ports can be blocked if any attack is found by the firewall. Through these methods, firewall can protect us. India's Act. This is the new topic, India's Act. India's Act means IT Act. IT Act, Information Technology Act. We have learned that what are the threats, what are the systems there which can damage our system. Okay, and hackers or any other unauthorized person can access our computer. Suppose if this happened to us, unfortunately, then some laws are there. Okay, laws are there. Through these laws we can punish the corrupt person, and we can find the solution for those things. In this topic we are going to learn what are the laws and what are the systems through which we can protect us, protect our computer, protect our data, okay, with the help of laws and systems. The Information Technology Act 2000, also known as ITA 2000 or the IT Act 2000, is an act of Indian Parliament number 21 of 2000, notified on October 17, 2000. In India, the IT Act 2000 as amended by the IT Amendment Act 2008. Okay, what happened? The IT Act was developed in the year 2000 and implemented from October 17, 2000, and then again it was amended, it was modified, it was made some changes, it added some laws. Okay, and those laws are known as IT Amendment Act 2008, which has separate chapter 11 entitled Offences, in which various cyber crimes have been declared as penal offences punishable with imprisonment and fine. And what are those offences? We are going to learn here. Cyber law. The law that governs the cyberspace is known as cyber law. It is a law which deals with various computer related activities. In essence, cyber law is an attempt to apply laws designed for the physical world to human activity on the internet. A large number of cyber criminal activities such as hacking passwords or accessing files by an authorized person or getting private information etc. have been prevented by implementing cyber laws. Cyber law defines all the legal and regulatory aspects of internet and the World Wide Web. As the users of internet has been growing at an exponential rate, as an fastest rate, it has become very important to protect individual users and organizations from unauthorized intruders into the system. Cyber law gives us these power, these facilities, these features to protect us from those offenses. Now we have to make an understanding that what are known as cyber crimes. What are crimes under cyber, under internet, or when we are using internet, or we are using computer network. Then we must understood so that we may not be the same for that thing. When any crime is committed over the internet, it is referred to as cyber crime, and some of the common cyber crimes are, see what are the crimes. Okay, first one is the hacking. Hacking is a crime. If hacking is a crime, if the hacker uses the information for their gaining any money or any other type of facilities, then hacking is a cyber crime. Then next is theft and digital theft. Digital theft means anything which is acquired from internet, and those materials are protected, and you are using or you are downloading those protected files, and the files may be a text file, a video, a audio, a picture. Then this is known as digital theft. Okay. Cyber stalking. Cyber stalking is another type of cyber crime, and to know about it we will learn these things just after some time. Identity theft, okay, malicious software, child pornography, sales and investment fraud, electronic funds transfer fraud, defamation, assault by threat, and the last one is the denial of services DOS attacks. Okay, the cyber crime does not end here. It may have more and more crimes, but these are the common cyber crimes, and we are going to learn here one by one. See, first is hacking. What is a hacking? Gaining knowledge about someone's private and sensitive information by getting access to their computer system illegally is known as hacking. This is different from ethical hacking. Okay, there is one ethical hacking is also. Ethical hacking means they hack systems of others, but for fun purposes. Then those are and don't reveal anything in the public. Okay, those hacking are known as ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is not a crime. Okay, but hacking the system, private information, sensitive information for illegal use, then those are the cyber crimes. Okay, which many organizations uses to check their. Okay, some ethical hacking is done. Why it is done? To check their internet security protection. In hacking and the cybercrime hacking, a criminal uses a variety of software so as to enter a person's computer, and that person may not be aware of his computer being accessed from a remote location. Then this is a cyber crime, which is known as hacking, and it is having some punishable fine or imprisonment. So be aware of these things. Next is theft, digital theft. Theft occurs when a person downloads music, movies, games and softwares by violating copyright. There are even peer sharing websites which encourage software piracy, and many of these websites are now being targeted by the FBI or the CBI. Okay, so if you are downloading music, movies, games, softwares, okay, then you must be knowing that these are copyrighted. If you are knowing that these are copyrighted, then this is known as piracy, and this is a cyber crime. So be careful and use it very cautiously. Okay, and use download the movies or games or software from after getting a proper permission. Okay, to get some permission you have to pay some fees. Okay, so do these things like this. Cyber stalking. Cyber stalking is a kind of online harassment where the victim gets unwanted, abusive online messages and email. This is very much sad news that cyber stalking happens very frequently. It is, what is this? It is online harassment where the victim gets unwanted, abusive online messages and emails. This is known as cyber harassment. Doing harassment using some of the techniques which is provided by the internet. Okay, this is a crime. Okay, cyber crime. And typically these stalkers know their victims, and instead of resorting to offline stalking, they use the internet to stalk. If they notice that cyber stalking is not having the desired effect, they begin offline stalking along with cyber stalking to make their victims' life miserable. Okay, along with cyber to make their life, victims' life, miserable, very much miserable. Next is identity theft. This has become a major problem with people using internet for cash transactions and banking services. If you are using banking services, okay, through internet, or cash transaction through internet, so be very cautious even when you are using these services, because identity in this cyber crime, a criminal accesses data about a person's bank account, credit card, social security card, debit card, and other sensitive information to gain money or the buying things online in the victim's name. That can result in major financial loss for the victim and even spoil the victim's credit history. Okay, so be careful about the things that your password is secure, your debit card, your credit card is secure, your personal account is having double check system, okay, OTP system is enabled or not, then you must check about it. Okay, then you can prevent this identity theft. Then malicious software. These are internet-based software or programs known as pirated software that are used to disrupt proper functioning of the network. The software is used to steal sensitive information or data that can cause damage to existing software in a computer system. Okay, so if you are using pirated software, or if you are downloading that software, installing in your system, then what happened, your computer is more vulnerable to these malicious software for hackers and for unauthorized person. They steal your sensitive information and use those information for their personal gain or for their monetary benefits. Okay, so be careful for these things. Never use pirated software. Next is child pornography. In this cybercrime, defaulters create, distribute, or access materials that are sexually exploit underage children. The criminals solicit minors via chat rooms for the purpose of child pornography. The FBI or the CBI has been spending a lot of time monitoring chat rooms frequented by children with the hope of reducing and preventing child abuse and soliciting. Okay. These are the cyber crimes. Sales and investment fraud. With the increase in e-commerce, the application of digital technology to fraudulent endeavors has become that much greater. Okay. E-commerce means if you are purchasing something online using Amazon, Flipkart, these things for purchasing or for shopping, then these are more vulnerable, and fraud or the hackers can gain access to your credit card, debit cards. So be careful when you are using these type of websites or apps or softwares. Okay, the use of telephone for fraudulent sales pitches and deceptive charitable solicitation or bogus investments overtures is become increasingly common. Okay, they will give you messages like you have won some large amount, or you have you may have given some discount on some products. Okay, these are nothing but sales and investment fraud, so be careful. Okay, there are some fraudulent sites that sell poor quality products at cheaper rates. They also promise the customers heavy discounts and freebies. If any website is giving you heavy discounts or freebies, then be careful that their product may not be up to mark. Okay. And also they will store your debit credit cards information for their monetary gain, monetary benefit. Be careful. Electronic funds transfer fraud. A cybercrime occurs when there is a transfer of funds which may be intercepted and diverted. Okay, what happened in this here? Electronic fund transfer form means someone is saying that you are paying to that person, but the amount goes to other persons. Valid credit card numbers can be hacked electronically and then misused by fraudulent persons or organizations. This may happen. Defamation. It involves a cybercrime with the intent of lowering the dignity of someone by hacking into their email account and sending mails using vulgar language to an unknown person's account. Okay, what happened? It involves a cybercrime with the intent of lowering the dignity of someone by hacking into their email account. Means their email account will hacked and emails are sent to persons with the languages or with the message, vulgar message, which are improper, unsensitive, unparliamentary language to the unknown persons using your account, and this makes you defame. Okay, and these are the cyber crimes. Assault by threat. It refers to threatening a person or his family members with dire consequences through the use of a computer network, that is email, videos or phones. Means threatening. Okay, threatening a person or his family members with dire consequences. Okay, some sensitive, suppose some a person, a criminals get your sensitive information and they will threaten you some consequences, dire consequences, that your sensitive information may be revealed if you are not doing or not paying some amount. These are assault by threat. Okay, they may send you email, videos or phones like this. Okay. Next is denial of services. DOS attack. Means a DOS attack is an attack by which legitimate users of a computer are denied access or use of the resources of that computer. Generally, DOS attacks do not allow the attackers to modify or access information on the computer. Okay, denial of services means the service is for you, but you cannot access those services. And whenever you ask for those services, what happened? They will deny you that you are not allowed. It may happen that if your debit card or credit card is hacked, okay, then what happened? You want to use those credit card, debit card, then what happened? They will tell you that this is invalid card number or something like this. This is known as denial of service attack. Okay. It happens when you use fake websites or websites which are not proper website, not the official website or something, unofficial website you have used. Then this may be the denial of services attack. Okay, see, so many types of DOS attacks are there. Denial of access of information refers to an attack in which information sought by legitimate users is either destroyed or changed to someone unstable form. Denial of access to applications refer to an attack that denies a user from accessing an application by making it either unusable or unavailable. This is usually done to prevent the user or organization from using applications to perform any task. Denial of access of system refer to the unavailability of the system, including all the applications installed on the system and or any data stored on the system. Denial of access to communications refer to a common type of attack that can range from cutting wires and jamming radio communications to flooding networks with excessive traffic. This may happen. These are the DOS attacks, denial of service attacks. IPR issues, intellectual property rights issues. See, what is IPR issues? IPR stands for intellectual property rights, which is the right to intangible property such as music, literature, artistic work created by a person. Intellectual property (IP) is a legal term that refers to creations of mind. Intellectual property rights may be protected by patents, copyrights, industrial design rights, trademarks, trade dress, and in some jurisdiction, trade secrets. Okay. These are the intellectual properties. Protection system is there to protect an intellectual property creation of minds. Okay, say for example, in computer technology, softwares are developed. Okay, so many programs, so many instructions or formulas developed in computer programming also. Okay, those can be protected. Intellectual property rights, how they can be protected? Patents, by using patent system, copyright system, industrial design rights, trademarks, trade dress, and in some jurisdiction trade secrets are there. Safeguarding intellectual property from illegal use can be done by giving some exclusive rights to the owner of that property. These rights also promote creativity and dissemination and application of its results and encourage fair trading, which helps in developing social and economical areas of the country. Social and economical areas of a country. Okay, so IPR issues to protect our intellectual property. Okay, so many protection system is there, and these protection system can be protected by using so many methods are there. Okay, IPR issues and their rules. What are the IPR issues and what are their rules? See here. Patents. Patent Act 1970 and Patent Rules 2003. Okay. Governing attack rules is this. Trademarks. Trademarks Act 1999 and Trademark Rules 2002. Copyrights. Indian Copyrights Act 1957. Designs. Design Act 2000 and Design Rules 2001. Geographical indication. Geographical indication of goods. Registration and Protection Act 1999 and Geographical Indication of Goods Registration Product Rules 2002. Okay. To know more about these things, you must learn these rules and these acts. What are the acts and what are the rules under these IPR issues? Prevention from security threat. So many threats we have in the previous topic. So many threats: hacking, okay, denial of services, so many threats, identity theft, digital theft, so many things we have learned. Now from those security threats, how can we protect our system? Okay, so these are the prevention and protection system. Let us take a look here. There are various methods to protect network threats. These protection methods are as follows. Okay, authorization. authorization. Okay, some authorization is there, username password system is there, authentication, okay, privacy is there, secrecy is there, okay, biometric system is there, password protection system is there, file permission system is there, firewall system is there, and property security policies are there to protect our system. Okay, see, one by one we are going to learn about these things. Authorization, what is the exact meaning of authorization? As we know the word meaning of these things, but we are not knowing in detail what is the exact description, exact meaning of this word. See, authorization means intrusion detection. Authorization means to grant a person access to a network for legal use. Okay. It is an act of giving authority or legal identity to a user to become an authorized user of the system. Okay, suppose you want an email account. Okay, for those email account you have to fill a particular form. Okay, you have to give your name, address, and so many things, phone number, contact number, and other details you have to give to create an email account. Then after creating your email account, they will ask you a password and a username they will give you, and these are the system, these are the same. It means that they have given you authority, legal identity, and accordingly they created your account there, and you become the authorized user of that system, that email account. This is known as authorization. Authorization checks can also be implemented to a program or process to make data free of risk, such as entering of virus, worms, or Trojan horses. Next is authentication. To determine the identity of a person before granting access to private or sensitive data or information is known as authentication. So suppose you created your email account, then whenever you want to see details of your emails in your account, you have to provide some information which will identify you that you are the authorized person. These identification, okay, say for example giving username and password, this is your identity, and using this identity a system can authenticate you that you are the real user of that account. Okay, verifying the identity of an intruder or a person is difficult and needs complex protocols based on cryptography. Cryptography can also be used to authenticate a user. Privacy. The data which is accessible only to an authorized person is known as private data. The data which is accessible only to an authorized person is known as private data. It is known as privacy. Secrecy. Hiding some relevant information from an unauthorized person is called secrecy. Okay. Biometric system. Biometric system forms the most secure level. It is seen as most secure level of authorization. It involves digital signature, fingerprints, retinal patterns, etc. to establish identity, and they are very rarely matched with others. Okay. Password protection. To protect the system or network from an unauthorized person, a system must be password protected. Okay, so whatever we want to secure to access from an unauthorized person, we obviously or oftenly implement password system. Suppose our mobile want to secure our mobile to access other person, then we apply password there. Password may be of alphanumeric characters or even 4-digit number. This is also a password. Okay. Okay, only those person can access your system which knows the password. Okay, so it protects our system. A password protected system allows access to resources based upon a secret word entered by user, which is known by the user. File permission. User can give access to a person to read a file, write to a file, open a file, modify a file, etc. Okay, suppose you have created a Word file, so and then you want to share those files. Okay, sharing system is there. Okay, Google Sheets, Google Docs, they are also providing to share the files. Okay, Google Drive, through Google Drive they can share your files. Okay, then some permissions are there. If you are sharing a file to other person over internet or over any method, then it will ask you what permissions you want to give that particular user. Then you can apply the permissions that they can read a file, even write a file, even open a file, modify a file. These are the features. You can revoke some features if you don't want. If you want to read that file but cannot modify, then you can revoke that, modify features, modify permission from that file. It is possible there. Different type of permissions can be given to a specific person according to their authorization. Each file has an access control list attribute that describes which user or group accounts have what type of access to that file. Next, firewall. We have already learned about firewall, just we are taking a note here, a new definition for the file here. A firewall is a part of computer system or network that is designed to block unauthorized access while permitting unauthorized communication. Okay, it is a programmer's software or device or set of devices configured to permit, deny, encrypt, decrypt, or proxy wall in and out computer traffic between different security domains based upon a set of rules and other criteria. Okay. Super security policy. See, proper security policy. What is an organization's security policy? Is a formal statement, okay, consisting of the rules that its employees need to follow to access information about the organization. Okay, this proper security policy applies to an organization which allows their policy or some systems to be accessed by their employees. They can use this security policy. The policy should clearly communicate the security goals to all the users, administrators, and managers of the organization. Then this can be applied with the organization proper security policy. Hacking, we already know what is hacking. Just a new definition here. Hacking is the practice of modifying the features of a system in order to accomplish a goal outside the creator's original purpose. Okay, outside the creator's ethical. We are talking about ethical hacking here. A person who consistently engages in hacking activities and has accepted hacking as a lifestyle and philosophy of their choice is called a hacker. Okay, a hacker, a person or a programmer can become a hacker, and those hackers are given dignity in the field of computing. Okay, now what happened? These hackers are hired by some software developers, and they allow them to hack their softwares. Okay, find the loopholes of that software, and if they success in those things, then they will be rewarded. Okay, and those hackers are known as this type of hacking is known as ethical hacking, and this is not a cyber crime. Computer hacking is the most popular form of hacking nowadays, especially in the field of computer security. Due to the mass attention given to black hat hackers by the media, the whole hacking term is often mistaken for any security related cyber crime. Okay. Yeah. A hacker is hacking a particular thing, and some permission is given for, or some system is given to them to hack the software or the particular thing. Then these are known as ethical hacking, and they must not be mistaken for any cyber crime. This is discussion here. We are okay. Now topic has been completed here. Thank you very much.